Behavior therapists use a model called ABC to study a person's behavior. The ABC model consists of 3 parts: antecedent, behavior, and consequence. Antecedent refers to the events that occur before a behavior. It could be a trigger, it could be a stimulus, anything that sets off a behavior and occurs before the behavior. Behavior is the child's response to the antecedent. It could be an action, it could be a meltdown, it could be a verbal response, a shout back, or even a lack of response. Consequence refers to what happens after the behavior. So it could be a positive reinforcement, a negative reinforcement, a punishment. So let's say, for example, a child throws a tantrum, or maybe they have a meltdown when they're told it's time to stop playing and go to bed. The antecedent in this situation could be the parent saying it's bedtime. The behavior is the child having that meltdown. The consequence could be the parent giving in and allowing the child to watch TV later, which would reinforce the meltdown behavior. By understanding the ABCs of a child's behavior, we can really identify the trigger, the consequences that reinforce that behavior, and then you can use this knowledge to create a plan to modify the behavior and encourage a more positive, healthy behavior. So that's where the behavior tracker comes into play. If you don't know what is triggering a behavior, a stimulus, or an event that occurs, or a time of day, it's really hard to accurately say, here's the plan we need to alter the behavior in the future. Therapists often ask parents, please start tracking a behavior so that we can understand what's going on at home. And parents have a checklist, or maybe they are asked to log into some kind of software, and the truth is it's kind of hard to track behavior on the go. And so we built this into the goalie care team app. When you open up the behavior tracker, you can record positive behaviors, negative behaviors, or neutral behaviors. Now we said, all right, it's probably fair for a kid to know what these behaviors are. And on the child side, we have an app for them called The Rules, because this is a concept they're really familiar with in school and at home. There's a set of rules, you should follow the rules, and we want you to catch your kids following the rules. We want you to catch them doing good. That's really the encouragement of every behavior therapist we talk to. They want parents to do more positive reinforcement. So we're using this as a reminder for you not only to track the behavior and the antecedent, but also catch your kids doing good. Sometimes you might want to track a behavior or an antecedent that you don't want your kids to be aware of. And so we give you the option to toggle on or off. Do you want the kids to see this in the rules? So an example might be something embarrassing for your kiddo. He wets the bed, and we're trying to track when is he wetting the bed or wetting his pants. So you might create that as a neutral. It's not necessarily a positive or a negative. I mean, it's a behavior that we want to change, but by pressuring the child, we know that that's not going to work. So we want to be kind of silent about it. But a rule that we want to be really vocal about would be to use the right kind of social language, maybe to ask for something when they need it instead of just pointing at it. We say, great, you did exactly what you've been taught to do. Here you go. Here's some points that you can use elsewhere in the goalie apps. At the end of the day, the behavior tracker is really there for you to understand what's going on. How do I help my kid modify the behavior to be more independent, confident, healthy, whatever you need, because it's hard in the day-to-day to really track the patterns. And that's what this is there for, to help you track patterns.